RobMotive live at 5. It's RobMotive Monday live at 5. We're in a different location today because it's actually a little cooler today outside. So it's not the blistering 100 and some degree, feels like temperature with 10 million % humidity. Although, I gotta say, it's really not that far off, to be honest. It's a little hot out here, but not too bad. Anyway, welcome to RobMotive Live Monday at 5, or Monday Live at 5, whichever the case may be. Let's see, I haven't done it out here in so long that I'm a bit out of practice. That's why I'm on a little bit later this evening. So let's see if I'm actually on. It looks like I'm on. The internet's a little bit weaker out here, so hopefully we don't have any interruptions like I had trying to set this craziness up, right? Brian Mason, 3636, says, hey, hiya, Rob. Brian, how you doing there, buddy? Chad says, howdy, Rob, what's up? Chad, how you doing? Wolf Pack Studios says, hello, Rob. Wolf Pack, how you doing there, buddy? Zavi QO says, hey, Rob. Hey, Zavi, how are you? And Chase Pest for you says, yo. What's up, Rob? I'm just hanging out with you guys, braving the heat out here. Troy Hasty says, what's up, buddy? Troy, how you doing? Country Taco _ ×2. Howdy, Rob. Glad it's RobMotive Monday. Hope all is well. All is pretty good. It's Monday. We made it through the weekend. There was a massive event. Gotta watch what I say on here. Event that we dodged down here in South Texas. You may or may not know what this is. The people in Louisiana do. I can tell you that. A little sip of the brown nectar this evening. That's right, we're back on the sweet tea kick tonight. Still very difficult to find in this area for some crazy reason. I don't know why. If you wonder why I'm looking down, it's because I have my laptop out here so I can read comments because they disappear on the screen that I'm broadcasting from, which is my cell phone, because I get a really good picture from that. I'm assuming you guys have a good picture. It looks good on the screen. I hope you can hear me. I think you can. We have a fan blowing in the background. Hopefully that's not washing out anything. Let's see. Dennis R says, hi, Rob, with the old triple thumbs up. Thank you very much, Dennis. Appreciate that. Philip A. Huggins says, howdy. Just thumbed up on the road driving home. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Be careful while you're driving, though. Randall Upton. Hey, Randall, what's up, buddy? Randall says, might want to add some insulation to the garage door panels. That might make it cooler in here, except we have the garage door open constantly, so we're letting the heat in anyway. I don't know. Jonathan Bailey says, good afternoon, Rob. Raining here in Norman, Oklahoma. It's sunny here. Sunny, hot, humid, like it always is, Let's see. All right. Walter says, hey, Rob, what's going on? I am currently watching you and doing my physics homework. Physics. That was one of my favorite classes in high school. Had a great teacher. He was insane. His name was Mr. Grimes. I'm sure he's probably no longer with us, unfortunately, unless he's like 120. I kind of doubt it, but he was a hoot. Actually made the class kind of fun. And I think I did quite well in that class, actually. Let's see. Troy Lind. Hey, Rob, Sprint Booster is the best mod for the Tacoma. Oh, I couldn't agree more. Sprint Booster is awesome. It brings out the truck, man. I mean, now, look at it. It even has an air about it just sitting here right now, right? It does. It just brings out the whole capability of the truck, Chase Pass for you says, hear ya crystal clear. Good, thank you very much. Riding with Roro says, hey, Rob, just bought a bolt-on lift for my Taco. How hard do you think it is for me, a high schooler? Well, if you've got the right tools and the right know-how, I think it would be easy. You probably need a hand as well. I have never done one myself, so I really can't speak to how difficult they are or are not. But I know you'll have to have it aligned after the fact. I know at least that much. Riding with Roro says, to do it. Yes. Randall Upton, those panels are hot to the touch. It would help keep the temp down. It's probably not a bad idea. I assume you have them over at your place. Dennis R says, my wife says, howdy, and wants to know how Krista is feeling. About the same. I think she might be just maybe that much better. Maybe not. It's hard to tell, but certainly not good enough to be out here unless she surprises us. Maybe she'll show up. I kind of doubt it, but one never knows. Michael says, good morning. Well, good morning, Michael. How are you this evening? And in case you're wondering what I was talking about in the beginning, that event that we dodged, that, of course, was that miserable Cat 4, like, 5-7 miles an hour away from a Cat 5 hurricane that hit Louisiana. Originally, I don't know if you guys follow it. I follow it because I live in South Texas, near the Gulf. But it was originally projected for us to be dead spot on in the middle of that event. Fortunately, it moved, fortunately for us, not for Aloha, but it moved further north, so it didn't hit us. But man, they got it, I'll tell you. Ryanu Azada, aloha, Rob. It's great to catch your live stream from Honolulu. How you doing, buddy? And thanks for all the comments. Ryanu is always commenting on the video. He watches all 3 channels, which, by the way, time for a shameless channel plug. Of course, you're watching on RobMotive, what I like to term as my main channel. I also have 2 more, RobMotive FST. If you haven't checked that out, it's all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra, and I have some awesome mods coming for that truck. I mean, take a look. Take a look right over here. Right over there. Can you see over there? I don't know if you can see those boxes. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot of stuff over there, and I got a lot of cool stuff coming. I just need time to do it. They're rather lengthy additions, mods to the truck. So check that channel out, RobMotive FST. And then also RobMotive JT, all about my Jeep Gladiator. So check that out if you would. It also has mods and stuff on it. Would really appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing, helps me out. Discount codes and stuff. We have all kinds of discount codes down below. Check them out. Of course, the most recent one is indeed for the Sprint Booster. I love that device on my truck, so I think everybody should have it. It's just awesome. Let's see. Where was I? Let's check out these here comments. And one other place I want to mention is Sparks Parts. All of the stuff that I have coming, and a lot of the stuff that's on the Tacoma back here, comes from Sparks Parts. And there's a discount code down below for them as well, 5% off. You can probably guess what the code is. It's RobMotive. Yeah. I got to tell you, too, about a company that contacted me recently. What? I'll tell you about them in just a minute. Let's see. Kim says, heck, it's 78 degrees here in Colorado and snow is around the corner. 4x4. 78 degrees, I would be freezing to death, let me tell you. It's amazing how quickly you get acclimated to the hotter temperatures. And then when you go somewhere where it used to be really warm to you, I'd need a coat. I mean, it's insane, man. Let's see. Randall says, insulation is on the list, but door faces sort of east. Gotcha. Vital Nomads. Hi, Rob. Hope all is well. Wondering if your driver's side grab handle is tight to the windshield. Mine seems way too tight. Bolts don't go in at the proper angle to what you'd think either. Thanks, Jim. I'm not sure what you mean by tight to the windshield. You mean it's too close to the windshield? I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. If you're talking about tight as in when you tighten them down, yeah, they're tight. I'm not sure how you can be too tight. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Brett Griffin, hey Rob, do you think your bug shield on the Tacoma is any good? I have the same on mine, but bugs seem to be always on the windshield, no deflection at all. Nothing is ever going to stop them all. I mean, a bug has to hit here, right? And then it's got to be deflected away. So obviously bugs fly at different elevations. So nothing's going to get rid of them. I mean, it's going to cut them down because the ones that normally would hit here when this isn't here, or I should say go across here, are going to hit and be deflected, but you're never going to take care of all of them. I mean, do I have any troubles? No, I think it works just fine. So Walter, I got my truck waxed 3 days ago. I recommend it. Makes the taco look starry. Mine needs it. Mine is dirty. I don't know if you guys can see the raindrops or rain stains, whatever you want to call it on the truck, but it is quite dirty. Michael, did the other 2 boxes come in? They did. I got the other boxes. I have everything I need now to do what I'm going to do. There's a video coming up where I unbox all the stuff, so you guys will get to see it, except for the remaining box. It was actually 1 box. They shipped it all in one. So, no, I take that back. The second box came the next day, and the third box came the day after that. I know what you're talking about now. So I had 1 box on one day, and then each day after that I got a box. So everything is here now. Let's see. Wait a minute. We have a super chat. Vital Nomads, $4.99. Thank you, Vital. I appreciate that. I really do. That is almost a full McDonald's meal for me. Awesome, buddy. Thank you. Let's see. Did the other 2 come in? Wolfpack Studios. How was the Sprint Booster? Sprint Booster is awesome. Wolfpack says how much? Check the link down below. There's a link down below the video. Check it out. You can see how much it is. Plus, you get $10 off with the RobMotive discount code. Not too shabby, I don't think. And it's free shipping. And it's, if you're in the US anyway, and it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I don't know what you have to lose, but check it out. It's all down there. I don't remember the exact price off the top of my head. Old School says, just got my 2021 Taco 4-cylinder access cab, and I love it. That's awesome. Congratulations. Happy to hear. Ryan U says, looking forward to the upcoming mods. It's going to be awesome. And one of them, maybe a couple of them, I've never done before. I had one done, but I didn't do it myself. This time around, I'm going to do it myself. Wolfpack says, been thinking about buying one myself. Hear you talk about it all the time. I know, I do talk about it a lot. But I talk about it a lot because it just makes that big of a difference on the Tacoma. I mean, it's amazing. So that's why I talk about it a lot, you know. If it didn't, you'd never hear me talk about it, right? Ever. I just wouldn't. And you'd know because I'd tell you. So, and all you have to do is read the comments. I mean, if you go back to the original install and first drive video that I did, there's a bunch of comments down there and on other videos dealing with it in particular that people comment on their experiences. So it's not just me. It's not like I'm one guy standing on a hill shouting this out. A lot of other people agree and have expressed their joy at having it as well. So, Randall Upton says, are you going to put a sprint booster on the Gladiator? Randall, I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed. You know, there's a video out there of a sprint booster on the Jeep Gladiator. That's all I have to say. It's been up for a little while. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Vital Nomad says, plastic pillar cover hits the windshield. Can't even slide a piece of paper in there. Let me look. I'm going to walk over here real quick. I'm right over here. I'm going to open the door. And I'm going to take a look just for you. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty tight. Why did my horn work? I thought I had that thing wired up not to work if it wasn't on. Anyway, I'm going to have to check that. Yeah, it's close to the windshield. I mean, I didn't stick a piece of paper in there, but it is really tight, and it should be tight. I mean, as long as it's in the track that it's supposed to be in and everything looks right lined up on the outside edge and stuff, it should be fine. I'm guessing yours is fine, but without physically being there and seeing it myself, you know. Let's see. Again, Vital, thank you very much for the $4.99. I really appreciate that. Riding with Roro says, I opted for the 6-speed manual Tacoma. What are some good habits to get into that'll elongate my clutch and gyros? There's really not a lot you can do with the manual in the Tacoma. It is what it is. It's fun to drive with the Sprint booster. I know I'm talking about it again. It's fun to drive because you get instant throttle acceleration, which really helps out in the manual, even more so than the automatic. So my first recommendation would be to get that, or, you know, it really helps. Let's see. Randall says, missed it. Randall, man, buddy, I thought you and I were like this. Like this. That's what I'm kidding. It happens. I know. But it's on there anyway. Check it out. There is a video. I did put one on the Jeep Gladiator. Victoria Garcia says, or Victor, I'm sorry. Victor Garcia says, hey, Rob, how's it going? Victor, I'm doing good. How are you? Victor gave the old triple like. I appreciate that. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do that. It helps out the channel. It helps me out, you know. I mean, there's only, I got to turn the camera so I can actually see the number. There's only 13. We have 25 people on here and only 13 people actually like it. I don't know. Must be some kind of punishment. Let's see. Country Taco. Hey, Rob, do you know if you can use one Sprint booster on two separate trucks, or does it hook up to one only? If the trucks take the same unit, then you could pull the unit off, put it on another truck. It won't be on the other truck because it doesn't change the programming of your truck. You have to have the unit on the truck for it to work. So if you're thinking, can you put it on one truck, do its magic, pull it off and have it stay on that truck and then put it on another? No, it's not a tune. It does not mess with the truck's programming. You have to have the unit physically, the back of it, plugged into the accelerator pedal connection. You can remove the little controller part once you have it set the way you want, but then you just have the controller part. You have to have the brains of it plugged in. You cannot have it work on multiple trucks at the same time. But if you have a truck that takes the same one, you could take it off one and put it on another. I don't know why you'd want to do that. I would just buy two because that'd be a pain, frankly, to continually move them around. I wouldn't want to do that. But you may be more energetic than I am. I don't know. Vital says, thanks, man. You're welcome. And yeah, I think it's probably fine. I mean, it should be tight. I mean, you shouldn't have to force it in there, really. But mine looks to be pretty tight to the windshield, too, the front part. So I think you're probably fine. I don't know. Gil Mendoza. Hey, Rob, I've been thinking about getting a tune. I have an automatic transmission. What's your opinion? Worth it? Thanks, from Florida. Depends on what you're trying to achieve. Here's the golden rule with tunes, as far as I'm concerned. If you're going to be tracking your vehicle, in this case, I assume your truck, if you're going to be taking it to the track, you want to tune. If you're not taking it to the track, or you're not looking for any of the other peripheral things it offers, like adjusting it for the proper tire pressure because you have bigger tires, let's say, or eliminating stop-start, which we don't have in the Tacoma anyway, then I would say no. The thing I like about the Sprint booster is, one, you can put it in yourself. I don't have to depend on anybody else to do it, and I don't have to depend on anybody else to do it right. You know, if they screw it up, they have screwed up the programming in my truck. You know, and that would be a drag. If I want to take it off, I just unplug it. It's gone. I can also set it with the controller back to stock. Just turn it off. Then it's stock the way it was before. Like I said, if I want to completely remove it, I remove it. And what it does, it only handles throttle lag. It removes throttle lag. It eliminates throttle lag so that you have instant gas. That was my goal in looking what I was looking for. Is a tune necessary? Depends on what you want and what your comfort level is with having somebody else screw with your programming. For me, no, it's not. But it's a personal preference, personal opinion. Ryanu says he's got all kinds of symbols and stuff out there. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of them. Old School says, I'm going to order the Sprint booster today. Thanks, Rob. Make sure you use discount code RobMotive. You'll get 10 bucks off. Just saying. Let me know. Let me know what you think of it. A lot of people have been commenting. I always tell everybody when they tell me that they're going to get it, to let us all know what you think of it. I mean, I want to know. I want your opinions of it. I know what mine is, and you guys know what mine is, but I want to hear what yours is, you know. Let's see. Country Taco says, thank you. I really appreciate it. I wasn't sure about the setup, but I appreciate the clarity. Awesome. Let's see. I wasn't sure about the setup, but I appreciate the clarity. Yeah, you can only use it on one. I mean, you can remove it and put it on others that call for that specific unit. Let's be clear there. I mean, you can't put it on a truck that doesn't use it. It has to be for that truck, but it will not remain on the truck you take it off of. It's not a tune. It's not programming. And that's the one thing I think a lot of people don't understand. You're not messing with the programming with this. It simply feeds your response when you hit the accelerator to the truck immediately, as opposed to go. Go. It's go. You know what I mean? That's my artistic impression of how it works. Go. Go. Not go. Go. How do you like that? Huh? This is the accelerator pedal, by the way, in case you know. Michael McCollin or Meckelin. I think it's Meckelin, I believe, if I remember. I don't know. I tried. Hi, Rob. How's it going? I hope good. It's going good. I'm doing good. Everybody's good. Well, I'm good. Krista's still having her back problems. That's why she's not on. Who knows? I don't know. Midnight Sun Films PR. I assume that means Puerto Rico. Am I right? Greetings from, if I'd read on, greetings from Puerto Rico. Greetings. How are you? Midnight Films PR says, looking for a Tacoma TRD Sport 2021. How easy is it to get Tacomas over there in Puerto Rico? I mean, is there a constant supply? Are they a lot more money? I know since they have to be shipped over there, I guess, it probably costs more, don't they? And how readily available are they in Puerto Rico? A little bit of the green nectar. It's good. It's good stuff, man. Let's see, looking for, okay, Gil Mendoza, great point. I just daily drive it. I do like the booster though. The booster's awesome. You may be able to tell. I think it's awesome. I don't know. Victor Garcia says, Rob, when are you going to install the Sprint booster on the Tundra? Soon. It's soon. I have so many things to do. I don't have the time. You know, running 3 channels, answering comments, doing actual videos, which is, you know, what I do, uploading those videos, editing those. I mean, believe it or not, it gets to be very time consuming. I mean, it takes me, figuring on good internet speed, it takes me about, it depends on the content. If I'm doing a talking video, it's as long as the video is, barring time that I have to think about what I'm doing while I'm doing it. But about 10 to 20 minutes or so to do a talking video. Now, to do an actual install video, well, that can vary widely. You know, if I'm sticking a sticker on the back, it's pretty quick. If I'm ripping the bumper off and putting something electrical in, it could be all day. So, and then I have to edit all that, right? So it just depends. And I'm not complaining. I love doing it. But it is time consuming. So that's why you don't see everything immediately, you know. I have to fit things in as I have the time to do them. Plus I have to keep videos ahead so that if something happens, you know, like a hurricane, I have content out there because this is my job. Nobody pays me if I'm not putting out videos, right? I mean, so I have to continually put out videos, except for residual stuff. I mean, obviously, if people are watching the older videos, they're all monetized, but it's not like putting out fresh new videos, you know? Let's see. Dominic Shepard. I'm getting a 21 TRD off-road next month. Congratulations. Wanting to do a lot to and with it. Wanting to do a lot to and with it. Gotcha. However, it will probably remain stock for a while. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that probably when you get a new truck, you ought to leave it stock for a while. I know. Listen to who's saying that. But I do think that that's not a bad idea because then you get to know the truck the way that it's meant to be, right? And you can also make decisions, I think, that are better because you get used to the truck and know what its capabilities are and what you like and don't like about it, rather than like me just running out, getting it, and immediately start tearing in, you know. But as I said, I say that and I do the opposite myself. So, but I know what you mean, man. That itch is intense. Let's see. Umad Bra. Can you believe the markups on the Tacomas right now? It depends on where you go, man. And it's like anything else. Years ago, when I bought a Honda Civic Type R, it was a $5,000 premium. You couldn't get it unless you paid the $5,000. Me, like an idiot, I paid the $5,000. But it's not so with the Tacoma. There's enough Tacomas out there even now. You might have to search a while. You might even have to buy a plane ticket, but you still can get them without having to pay some exorbitant, markup or market adjustment or whatever, Midnight Sun Films PR says, so easy. The cost about $52,000. Whoa. Is that for just what trim level is that? I mean, I guess I could see it if it was a Pro. Ugh, but $52,000, that's a lot. David Garcia says, what up, peeps? Oh man, I have a wasp in here. Oh, joy. Oh, I don't like wasps. Here's what we're gonna do. I do not want to get stung out here. So we're going to take this live stream on a tour. Here we go, ready? I'm gonna unplug. I know, this is extreme, but I don't like wasps. I'm gonna put my drink in my pocket. Hope that, I don't know where he went now. Great. I'm gonna unplug you guys from the power, which is okay because we have a lot. I'm going to grab the phone and we're going to go in the house because I don't want to be stung. Wait a minute, I have to get these off of the truck. I don't know where he went. He's out here somewhere. I know, how horrible of me, right? But gotta be me, can't be anybody else. Let's shut the fan off. Well, at least I'll be cooler. All right, we're gonna take a little journey here. Hold on a minute, I'm gonna try to stay in the frame. I think I have everything. I feel something on my head. Oh boy. I don't know where he went. You guys may have seen him flying around behind the camera. I don't know. But here we go. We're going in the house to avoid the wasp. It's a drag, man. Okay, hold on. Hold on a minute. Here we go. Hold on. Oops. Okay, there we go. We're still on. We're still live. Here we're going upstairs. I know, right? Hold on. Okay, now do I have an actual stand up here to put you guys on? Well, I used to. Let's see. How discombobulated is this? I don't know where my stand went. Oh, there it is. It's hiding behind my computer. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna put you guys on a different stand. It's pathetic, I know, but like I said, I gotta be me, It is what it is. Oops, the stand is not cooperating. Okay, here we go. There. And it's so much.
That was easy.
Not really. But it is so much cooler in here too. Oh my God. So it's not a bad thing. Anyway, we escaped the wasp. What a wuss. I know. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully the camera doesn't lose its signal because I've switched internet points, whatever you want to say now. Let me go back. I've completely lost my spot. All discombobulated now. Let's see. Reaper 0X. Reaper says, hey Rob, question. Why don't you store any of your trucks on your lift when you're not using them to save space in the driveway? I love everything you do, by the way. I do. I put them up there occasionally. I do. I don't know what else to say. You guys don't see everything I do, of course, in 10-minute shots or 1-hour live streams, but I don't have anything up there right now, obviously, as you saw, but I do occasionally. But to be honest, it's a pain to take them up and down. I mean, to do that, I have to pull the truck out that's under it. I got to lower the lift. I got to put the ramps up, and then I got to back it out. Then I got to raise the lift, pull the other truck. I mean, it's a whole production, right? So that's why I don't do it as often. I used to always keep a truck up there. I never parked anything outside in the driveway, but not anymore. Not anymore. I guess I'm getting lazy as I get old, I guess. Let's see. Michael says, just saw Toyota is cutting production by 40%. The chip shortage is catching up to them. Yeah, I saw that. It was actually announced about a week ago, I think, something like that Toyota was adjusting or decreasing production. So Yeah, it's caught up to everybody, I think. Thomas Kate says, hello, man. Hello, man. Good job. I'm trying to figure out wheel and tires for a 2021 TRD Sport. Make sure you talk to a shop that's honest and knows what they're talking about so that you don't have any rub problems or any of that kind of business, you know. Umad Bra. My buddy went to see a limited Tacoma, and it's 39,000, and the total after taxes and everything was 58. I forget where you're at. Where are you? Markups on Tacoma. Where are you? Are you in the U.S.? No way do you go, well, maybe in California, I don't know, but no way do you go from, oh, wait a minute. Went to Tacoma, 39,000 total after taxes and everything. No, there's some market adjustment in there. A truck does not go from 39,000 to 58,000 without some little adders in there, not just taxes and their little fees. So they've got a market adjustment or added options to it or something like that. What are you doing? My dog is here and he's going crazy. You want to see him? Here he is. He's going nuts. Here he is. Well, he's done. He's had enough. He's old. That was probably like 3 months worth of exercise for him. Let's see. Country Taco says, I installed a brush guard on my 2018 Tacoma. It definitely added some weight to the front. My tires are stock, and I let some air out of the front tires to compensate for the added weight. Yeah, I bet. I mean, a brush guard, you're probably added, what? I don't know, 100 pounds, 125 pounds, something like that. Midnight Sun, the Pro is about 60 grand. Wow. That is more expensive. That's crazy. Richard Choate. Hey, Richard. Richard is the big winner of the Sprint Booster that I recently gave away on the channel. And by the way, Richard, it went in the mail today. I expect you'll have it in 2 or 3 days, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the shipping time is, but it is in the mail. I mailed it this morning. Richard says, just wanted to say hi. I've got to go. I'm driving. Well, you drive safe, buddy, and thanks for saying hey. I appreciate it. Dan Gortz. I'm going with Gortz. That's what I'm seeing. I ordered and installed the Sprint Booster over the weekend. Wow. Huge difference in the performance. I've got a 2018 Auto, and the setting I choose was Race 2. Anything other was a bit sensitive. Wow. I've run mine up to Race 9, and it changes in increments. It's not like if you go from Race 5 to Race 9, suddenly it feels like you're on the space shuttle. But you can incrementally feel differences. But yeah, you got to find the setting you want. Race 2, awesome. Dennis R. says, have you ever thought about getting a second lift? I had a second lift. If you watch some of my old videos, you'll see that second lift that I had in the garage. It took up too much room. It was just too tight in there, man. Trying to work in the garage with a second lift where Krista's Jeep sits, it was too tight. The garage I have is not very big. I mean, it's a good size, almost, well, depends on the size of the car. I can't fit my truck where Krista's Jeep is because of the stairs that comes down that goes into the house. It would hit the stairs. So it's, you know, it's too tight. Let's see. Umad says, I'm in California. Well, there you go. But still, that's too much. There's some other stuff in that. Sam the Man says, the highest price Tacoma I've seen advertised was a 2021 TRD Pro in Luna Rock with a price of $62,000. I've seen new Land Cruisers with asking prices over $100,000. Crazy times. I actually had somebody tell me about, I think it was a Tacoma, 100 grand. I mean, come on. They must have had gold-laced blocks and spacers in it. I don't know. Maybe platinum coils. I don't know what they had, but 100 grand for a Tacoma. Can you believe it? Justin Stevenson, triple thumbed up. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. By the way, if you haven't hit that yet, please smash that thing. Let's see. Philip A. Huggins says, is that Louie making that noise? It was Louie. He's now laying on the floor beside me. He wants to eat. He wants his dinner, I think. I think that's what he wants. This is what he does when he gets hungry. He goes insane. Ryan who says, Louie is very adorable. He is. He's an awesome dog. He's old. Now he's going to chew on his toy. Here, I'll let you see him again. He could be the star of the show. I mean, you know. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are seeing. There he is. He's now decided to make a cameo. He's coming this way at lightning speed. There he is. right there. Now he's probably going to lay down. He did. He laid down again. So that's Louis. That's what he does. He's an old man. He's like, I don't know, 150, something like that. He's old. Let's see. Philip says, I just reached home. Well, welcome home, Philip. Randall Upton says, just stopped and watched the JT Sprint Booster install. Thanks. Well, what did you think? What did you think of it? Troy Hasty says, front-facing camera coming for the Tundra anytime soon. Probably not. I did it. It's cool to have. It's very useful if you're pulling up to things. But given my situation now, I work from home, so I don't drive somewhere where I have to park up against something all the time. So I wouldn't have a need for it, I guess is my point. And to go through doing it when I don't really need it, it's not that expensive. It's actually relatively inexpensive to do, but there's a lot of steps in it. I have a video on the install. I assume you've seen that. That's why you're referring to it. But no, I would say probably not. Probably not. Steve Dummerod. I tried. Hey, Rob, just got an 18 Tacoma 2.7 liter. Is it worth the money to add a cold air intake and cap back to the truck? I added a pedal commander and saw a nice difference in response, but need more power. No. If you're looking to get more power, I can speak to the 6-cylinder. I've not had a 4-cylinder. Maybe things are different, but I can tell you in the 6-cylinder, neither one of those are going to give you more power. And not much more sound, if any, either. So no, don't waste your money. It's not going to help. Ken Watt says, they're starting again to design bed adventure campers for the Tacoma. Really? Sam the Man says, Randall Sprint Booster for you. He's got the Mojave. Well, I guess it has the same engine, though. Maybe tuned a little differently. Yeah, I think it feels pretty much the same as my Gladiator, so I don't know. Let's see. Dan says, looking to install a light bar similar to yours. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult was the install? Yes, you got the last name correct. Second time you said it. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me ponder that for a moment. Depends on how you're going to connect it up. I have mine hooked up to a wireless switch. So all I had to do was run the wire from the light bar into the engine bay and connect it up to my wireless switch. Then I have a remote control that I push a button and it goes on and off. That's pretty simple. If you're not going to do that, you have to run it through the firewall, put a switch on the inside, make sure you wire it right. If you're going to go that way, I'd probably give it about a 6.5. If you're going to go with a wireless switch, I'd probably give it about a 3, maybe even a 2. The hardest part about doing it, honestly, is mounting it on the brackets, at least the way I did it. And you don't have to cut anything either. You know, if you watched my first install video on my red truck, then you'll notice that I cut one of the little panels that go on the sides that you have to remove to have access to put the brackets in. You do not have to do that. They will fit without cutting. I did it on my Voodoo Blue truck. But getting those brackets mounted is tight. It scratches on my arms. Yeah, not horrible, but it was tight. Maybe you'd be better at it than I was. I don't know, but that's the only reason I'd probably give it a 3. Otherwise, it's probably a 2, if that makes sense. Wow, Mango. Hey, Rob, what's up? How have you been? Just joined the stream. Why do you sound familiar to me? Do I know you? I mean, off of YouTube, do I know you? For some reason, that name sounds familiar to me. I don't know. I've been good. How are you? Dan the Man says, shadow banned from Rob. How can you be shadow banned when you're on here right now? Mumphy says, howdy, Rob. Mumphy, how you doing there, buddy? What's new and exciting with you? Carlos Lopez. Carlos, he triple thumbed up. Thank you, Carlos. I do appreciate that. Steve Dumerod. I'm never going to get it right. I'm so sorry. He triple thumbed up. Thank you very much, Steve. I do appreciate that, even though I'm butchering your name. Midnight Films says, like your videos and today discovered the live. I have learned a lot with your videos. The way you explain is awesome. Keep going, bro. Robert from Puerto Rico. I'm sure I messed that up. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try to make the videos as detailed as I can without making them too detailed and boring. In other words, I assume everybody knows what a flathead screwdriver is, so I don't spend a lot of time showing a flathead screwdriver or how to work a ratchet or whatever. So hopefully I hit it somewhere in the middle, But I appreciate that. Thank you. Mumphy says, just got back from a trip up to Yellowstone. First time up there. I bet that was awesome. Did you get any four-wheeling in up there? Wild Mango says, yes, I'm always tuning in. I also won a giveaway a few months ago. It was one of your old RobMotive hats. That must be what it is. I don't know. You just sounded really familiar, that name to me. And of course, I couldn't place it because I see a lot of names every day, honestly. But that's cool. I hope the hat has held up well. Dan the Man says, I posted a hey and a like reminder and you didn't see it. Well, that's possible. It's possible I missed something. I am on live chat. I don't know why I missed it, but it can certainly happen. The chat, there's the comments move on me once in a while, and if I hit the wrong spot, they even jump, and that makes it really difficult to see comments, Troy Hasty, he gave the old thumb upper. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate that very much. Z Diver, awesome. Z Diver says, made it. I was out polishing my Magnuson supercharger. Yes, for those of you who don't know, Paul, Z Diver, has put a supercharger on his Toyota Tacoma. So not only does he have the sprint booster, he also has the whine. The not melodramatic, what's that? That's not the right word. The mellow, I don't know, that awesome whine. It's a good thing from the superchargers. So I hope you like it. I hope you're digging it. I hope it was worth the cost. You know what I'm saying? Mark Galarta. Hope the S is silent. If it isn't, I screwed that name up. Mark says, howdy. Rob, Mark, how are you? Good to see you. Steve says, any suggestions to add some horsepower to the Taco? Supercharge it. You can do what Z-Diver just did. Otherwise, you see these claims out there about adding a cold air intake is going to add horsepower, and adding an exhaust is going to add horsepower. And they probably do on a dyno. But you see, there's a big difference between running a truck on a dyno and actually adding horsepower that you can feel. Adding about 10 to 20 horsepower is not going to make any difference. You are not going to notice that. So while a lot of these cold air intake people that say they're going to add horsepower are probably being honest, they probably are adding horsepower on a dyno, but you're not going to be able to feel it, So there's nothing you can do. You can add a supercharger, like I said, like Z-Diver did. If you want to make it feel quicker, accelerate faster, add the sprint booster. You will be amazed at how much quicker that truck feels. Not because you're adding horsepower, because you're eliminating throttle lag. That would be my number one suggestion. Add the sprint booster. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, you take it off and send it back. But I've heard, that's my recommendation. I don't know what else to say. Paul says, or Z-Diver, I love it. I have a V8 Tacoma. Now, wait a minute. Did you add cylinders to that Tacoma? You see, now you're confusing me. I'm a very specific and literal guy. If you tell me you have a V8, I'm thinking you replaced the engine. But I know you didn't replace the engine. I think what he really means is he has V8 type power. I think that's what he means. I know that's what he means. Let's see. Sam the Man says, Rob, have you considered a high-performance coil pack for the Tacoma? Yeah, there's a fella on here, Juan. I don't know if you guys have seen him on here. He lives in the area. I actually saw his on his truck. And I have been thinking about that. Not sure when I'll do it. I will do it. But I have not done it yet. Am I considering it? I guess you could say yes, I am. But not something Fred's a little disheveled tonight. What's going on, buddy? There you go. It's okay. Um, but yeah, I guess you could say I've considered it. It's in the back of my mind. Mark Dalton says, good evening, Rob. Breakfast for dinner tonight. Yes, tonight I will be having the traditional bacon and eggs for breakfast for dinner this evening. I'm kind of having a little craving for them. Although, you know what else sounds good to me is the old Chick-fil-A. I might have to make a Chick-fil-A run. I don't know. Mumphy says, no off-roading. It was a family trip, but now I have another reason to go back. There you go. And nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody likes to think that if you go somewhere and you have a Tacoma, you don't go off-road, it's a sin. You know, I drove my Jeep Gladiator, Colorado, and was in the mountains. Now, you could say I was off-road because driving a lot of the roads to get to where my daughter's wedding was, going up the mountain, was off-road. So, yeah, I guess I did, but that was not my intent, nor did I do any what I consider off-roading. I drove on dirt. I guess you could say that. Z-Diver says 370 plus horsepower, which is awesome. I mean, that's awesome. You've picked up almost 100 horsepower, right? Isn't it like 289 or something like that? Which I know must just make the truck like lightning, I would think. Steve says, I already did the pedal commander, and what a difference. Yeah, I mean, it's the same, you know, as the Sprint Booster, which I've not had a pedal commander. So I can't really speak to them, but I know a lot of others have said what it does, and I'm assuming it's the same kind of thing. But I went with the original. Did you guys know that Sprint Booster was the original? I don't know how Pedal Commander managed to get in there and set theirs up. I guess maybe it has some little tweak that makes it a little bit different. But I went with the original. So, you know, either way, as long as they work, that's what you want, right? Let's have a little sip of the green nectar here. It's a particularly good year. I think this was bottled in 2021, probably a week or two ago. But it's definitely a good year, and it's just the right temperature. Slightly higher than room temperature, I would imagine. And very, very tasty, I must say. Mumphy says, I did notice a difference with an extra 200 pounds I added to the bed. LOL, time for some new leaf springs. Yeah, I bet. You know, you put anything back there, you're going to feel it. I mean, anything above probably 100 pounds or so. But did the truck labor? That's what I want to know. Did you feel it laboring to haul around that extra 200 pounds? Juan V, there he is. Juan, the fellow I was just talking about. Were your ears burning? I was just talking about you a minute ago. Juan says, howdy, Rob, with the old triple thumbs up. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate that. In case you're interested, I was talking about the coil pack that you have on your truck and that I had seen yours, and that's the reason why I'm considering it. Ang says, what's up? What's up, Rob? What's up? Oh, how you doing, Ang? I hope everything is going your way this evening. I hope you had a fantastic day. Z-Diver says, I went with Sprint Booster because it has a manual transmission setting. Another good point. I don't know what Pedal Commander has, but if you have a manual, there is that little switch which you can go from manual to automatic or automatic to manual. That is nice too, and that to me gives it a more specific feel if you have an automatic or a manual transmission. Just saying. Dennis R says, Chick-fil-A, baby. I am digging the Chick-fil-A, man. You know, I went to the Chick-fil-A about 2 weeks ago, and I ordered the 3 chicken strip thing with their sauce and all that stuff, and those waffle fries, which I really like. And I got home, and there were 2 chicken sandwiches, which I don't eat sandwiches, and I really don't eat sandwiches with gunk on them. Fortunately, there was no gunk on them except for pickles. They had pickles on them. So it ruined the bottom bun for me because that's where the pickles were. So I couldn't eat that. I ate the rest of it. It was still good. No Chick-fil-A sauce. But even when they screw up, it's still good. That's my point. Let's see. Chase Pest for You says, good evening, Rob. Well, good evening. Good evening. I think you've been on here for a while, haven't you? I know I saw you earlier tonight. Are you messing with me? Are you messing with me? Mumphy says, I was surprised that it didn't labor much with the added weight, but the stock leafs are not meant to handle that much weight. Wow, really? Just 200 pounds? I mean, you're supposed to be able to put, I can't remember now. What is the weight? whatever it is. You're supposed to be able to put much more than that in the truck. But then again, depending on how many bodies you had riding with you, I mean, if you had 4 or 5 people in the truck, that could severely reduce the hauling capacity of the truck. So maybe. Chris Staten. Good evening, Rob. I'm here in Dallas this week starting a new trucking company, but the real question is, where is Mrs. Motive? She is missing in action. That's where she is. She is still not feeling well. When I say she's not feeling well, I don't mean she's like sick. I mean she is having back issues. She has bad back issues. So you can imagine trying to sit in front of a camera and be jovial while you're in pain. So that's why she's not been on. You may see her pop up in the comments. I don't know. You never know. It's hard to say. Could happen. Who knows? Let's see. Have we reached the end? I think we have. I think we've reached the end of the comments, and I think we've reached the end of the live stream because I've made an executive decision. I have decided that I'm going to go to the Chick-fil-A. I'm going to get me some chicken strips and some waffle fries. And I'm going to eat me some chicken tonight with some of that. You know what I really like, though? I like Chick-fil-A's chicken, but I prefer Cane's sauce. I like the Cane's sauce better, but I like Chick-fil-A sauce, or chicken fingers better. Wait a minute. We have a super chat. Chris Staten, $9.99 for the back pain. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much. I don't know if that'll help her, but it certainly is appreciated. Really, thank you. Thank you very much. I'll probably use it for Chick-fil-A tonight. I'm just saying. So she's not on here. She won't even know. Who knows? Let's see. David Garcia says, hasta la bye-bye, baby. Well, David, we'll see you later. Thanks for being on here, man. Eng says, oh yeah, get the glorious chicken, baby. I'm gonna get me the Chick-fil-A. I've decided. I don't know what time it is. It's dinner time. That's what time it is. That's what I'm gonna do. Chase Express for you. Laughing out loud like a madman. Chris Staten says, no problem. It's fine as long as it goes to a good cause. It's gonna go to a good cause. It's going to nourish me and the channel. How's that? Let's see. I saw one more comment. The comments don't pop up as quickly on my laptop as they do on my phone. I think, there it is. Juan says, oh yeah, coil packs are great. Yeah, I got the idea from you. I haven't done it, but I will eventually. I don't know when yet. Sometime. Chris Staten says, that'll do. And that's it. Oh, wait a minute. Meaning, have a good evening. Enjoy them eggs and bacon. I'm gonna have the Chick-fil-A, man. I'm gonna wig out. I'm gonna take the Jeep. I'm gonna drive to the Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna get the Chick-fil-A chicken. That's what I'm gonna do. Sam the Man says, Rob, a sweet tea connoisseur. Discerning eater of hamburger and a chaser of open range tundras and Tacomas. It's true. That's me in a nutshell. That's what I am. Lonnie Max Garage says, thanks for the channel, man. Love it. My Sprint booster is on the way. Lonnie, make sure you let us know what you think of it. If you don't think it's awesome, I will be shocked. Mumphy, he's a waving in a ghostly manner. Kind of like that. Anyway, that's it. We're caught up. I'm out of here. I'm hungry. I'm signing off. Thank you to everybody for being on here. Thank you guys for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And I will see you next time on the web. Have a good night. Bye.